I was asked to fill in for Abby, and I spoke downstairs to the youth in second service, the bus kids that come. And I talked to them about change. And I asked the question, I threw it out there for them. How would you define change? What is change? And this one boy raised his hand and he gave me this definition. He says, change means something was one way and now it's different. I can't think of a better definition than that. That was about perfect. Something was one way and now it's different. Now, this reminds me, I don't know how many of you guys have watched the series The Chosen, but the first episode's all about Mary Magdalene being possessed by demons. And they have a Pharisee, Nicodemus, try to cast demons out of her, and he fails. At the very end of the first episode, spoiler alert, she encounters Jesus, she's set free, she's delivered. In episode 2, Nicodemus runs into her, and he's like asking her, and all this is extra biblical. You're not going to find this in the Bible, but he runs into her, and she's totally different. And he just remembers her looking super possessed. And he's trying to get an explanation. Well, what happened? How are you so healed? How are you so set free? And I actually have a shirt from The Chosen that says this. Her reply was this: I was one way, and now I am completely different. And the thing that happened in between was him. I thought that was so beautiful. All she knew is I was one way, now I'm completely different. And the only thing that happened in between is I encountered him. So today I want to talk about something that affects all of us. Change. Change is a reality that we cannot avoid. It's inevitable. Not only will we change, but we are always in the process of changing. We are changing. In fact, I think I have this on your notes. According to the Apostle Paul, change is even more certain than death and taxes. Think about what Paul writes when he's talking about the rapture. 1 Corinthians 15, 51 and 52. Behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, meaning die, but we shall all be changed. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So change is more certain than death. But here's the insight that I want us to keep in mind as we begin today. While change is inevitable, improvement is not guaranteed. Just because things change, it does not mean that they are getting better. I asked my son last night when I was just making some modifications to the study this morning. I said, how would you define improvement? And he says, something changes and it gets better. Once again, these kids sometimes give you the most simplistic, perfect definitions. Improvement is when something changes and it gets better.